Hi, my name is Patrick. Now, reading is one of the most important things for CAT preparation. But how to begin reading? Ideally, start reading with simple books that is easy to catch, interesting, and you can read it. So here are some of the books that we look at, non-fiction books, fiction books that you can read that will help you begin your reading habit. So why is reading more important? If you look at two-thirds of the verbal questions are reading comprehension, which is based on reading. Even the other questions that come in CAT in the reading VARC section are based on reading. Reading also helps in Quant and DLR because to understand the language in Quant and DLR, you need a good reading habit. I mean, I've come across students who say that because they don't have a good reading habit, they take a longer time to read the questions, DLR questions, Quant questions, waste of time. So have a good reading habit is the most important thing for CAT preparation. There are 5 books we talk about today. One, Animal Farm. I mean, amazing book. It talks about. It was in 1945, which was published. More about a satire sort of against the communist as such. But it is a good story to read. I mean, you understand the whole concept of the satire which is there. You understand how the communist is basically built as such. A good book. And here one more book called 1984, which is also amazing read. But I would suggest start reading this and then maybe you can go to 1984. Alchemist. And in the classic book, I mean, amazing book, inspires, creates a good inspiration with regards to, you want to do things, you want to follow your dreams. I normally recommend this as the first book to read because it is an inspirational book. Okay, easy read, good story, and inspires you to follow your dream. This was one of the books that inspired me to, start something on my own and do a lot of things. So I think it's a good book to read. I mean, even if you read this book every year, you will find new meaning in that book. Harry Potter series, good big book to start reading because it's interesting. I mean, it's a long book, but once you start reading and you get into a plot, it's very difficult to keep down the book. 7 series, I mean, it's an interesting read. You can read the book, and I'm sure you'll love it. I mean, that's a good way of creating. This is a one book that has, ensured that my daughter created a habit of reading by starting with this book. I mean, she was hesitant, but once she caught up with the story, she was able to, read it well as such. Indian also won the Booker's Prize in the perspective of India's class struggle. So sort of the Indian perspective also. I mean, Aravind Adiga is basically a very famous writer. I mean, you can look at his book, try to understand, and read it. I mean, good book to read with a perspective of Indian talk. It talks with respect to a village boy and looks at the whole narration through his eyes. Book Thief, another classic book which is there. I mean, again, historical Nazi Germany as such. Read it. I mean, it has been one of the best read books, and a lot of people recommend these books in terms of reading after reading the book. So these are the 5 books I would recommend to if you want to really start reading. Good book, read it, get interested in reading, and you will feel like reading more books once you have started reading these books. And then maybe you can go to maybe something which is more complex and more difficult books as such. Start with these books, and that will be great. Hope this helps. We come up with more videos that will help you with regards to your preparation for CAT. Subscribe. Thank you.